Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Kralalien and this is episode 166. You can find me online everywhere as Kralalien. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, Ko-Fi, Patreon. Basically everywhere. And I have a webshop, colourfulcreativity.nl. No winks. He was ready to go when I was just about a minute before hitting the record button. He decided, no, I want to be where my sister is. He's incoming now. Here he is. We just picked him up this morning together with his sister from his stay at my in-laws because he has been away for a little over a week and we have been away on vacation for a week as well. And this is the first time he's actually cuddling with me since being back home. Oh yes. And his purr is still very, very loud. Very good, Biggs. Very good. Yes. Yes. Very good. We're going to start with the podcast now. Because I have finished spinning the singles of this BFL spin. And I'm hoping it will be a chain plied sock yarn. So fingers crossed this is thin enough. The fiber I'm using is by Schoppel and I, and I got it at the Knit and Knot last year, I think. And the colorway is called Herfstkleuren, so autumn colors. Definitely the wrong season, but hey, who cares? They're pretty. So that is the spinning half finished. Now we have knitting fully finished. First up is the cute little baby cardigan. I managed to finish this on vacation. It is still a bit damp because I took it off the blocking mats. And yeah, look, very cute. Super tiny. It only fits on my chest. I still need to sew on the 3 buttons. The yarn I used was Daniela's Wolltopf. I think the colorway was called Bahamas, but I'm not 100% sure. And the pattern is by Stephanie Lotven from the Knit Happy with Self-Striping book. And I keep having to look up the pattern name because I keep forgetting it. It was Showered in Rainbows baby sweater. And here is the sample in the book. And here is mine. Look how cute it is. This is for my cousin because she's pregnant and I thought it would be nice to knit her some stuff. So I'm folding it up neatly again. I think I knit it on a 3.5mm and a 3.25mm needle, and it was definitely a fun knit because you keep changing directions. The only less fun bit, all the ends to weave in. But hey, it's a very cute thing. So next up, a finished pair of socks for Robert. This is the 3rd pair in 1 month I finished. I mean, hello. His sock drawer is calling and saying, I may be a bit stuffed now. But that won't stop me from knitting socks for Robert. So these were my plain vanilla socks that I took everywhere to the cinema, etc. And I needed a little bit of plain vanilla simple knitting this week. So I finished them. I was at the heel turn when we came home, so I thought I can do the heel and gusset. Yeah, and then I needed some simple knitting, so I'm just finished the foot. Oh well. The yarn I used is a Schoppel Zauberball, Crazy I think, and the colorway is called Yakusi. So jacket as pants or something. What else can I say? 72 stitches on a 2.5mm needle. I'm just zooming around in stockinette. What's up, Binks? What's up? Oh, you're coming back. Okay. Hi. So yeah, these are also finished. I am trying to finish whips and not cast on new stuff, but I do have to cast on some new things, like basically a pair of plain vanilla socks, but maybe not. Okay, bye. Okay, you're gonna lie in the sun. Fine with me. Because the new cast on in this project bag by the lovely Kaz. This is full of the baby knits, and I have cast on a new baby knit. This is a newborn vertebrae, which is a free pattern on Ravelry. There, you can see it. I didn't print the front page, but it is basically a cardigan without the front. It's just going here because babies like to be on their belly, and then all those buttons and everything just get in the way. Also, newborn babies like to spit up a lot, and that way you don't have to clean the cardigan all the time. The yarn I'm using is going to be interesting. Where is it? There is the label. It is Biscotte yarns in the colorway Ladybug. It is a self-striping yarn, so it will be interesting to see how it will turn out in the baby cardigan. And I am knitting them on 3.5mm needles. But I think the pattern said something else to use. Let's see. Needles, 3.25mm needle. But hopefully by going up the needle size and being a tight knitter, it will be something the baby can wear a little bit longer than newborn, because newborn is basically 6 weeks. So hopefully it'll be a bit longer. Yeah, that one is one of the things high on the list that I have to finish. But I didn't really have my mind for a new pattern. So on vacation, I also had with me in this glow in the dark ghost bag by Jibby Root Sews my travel project, which is a Viajante, which means traveler in Portuguese. And it has seen some progress for sure. Basically here at the marker, and this whole bit has been done. Doesn't seem like a lot, but this is lace weight yarn, so it was quite some knitting. I'm not sure this black and white photo shows it very well, but it is like a massive poncho cowl thing and a cape kind of thing. And yeah, it seems to be very interesting and very nice to wear. I feel like it is my Red Riding Hood cape once it's done. Once it's done will take me quite a while because I still have plenty of yarn left, and I have a second skein of it, and this is Yakusi by Kremke wool, and it's 50% silk and 50% yak, and it has 800 meters in 100 grams, which is a lot. So I have 1600 meters to knit, and I have to knit until I think I have about 40 grams left or so. Yeah, 40 grams left, and then I have to do a lace knit section, a mesh lace section. So yeah, still plenty to go. These are knit on Haya bamboos because they also go into the airplane with me. And this is 3.75 millimeter. Because I knit a little bit tighter than the person who wrote the pattern, Martina and Behm. So this is it feels like there's hardly any progress, and that's why it's taking so long, because you don't really see the progress. But okay, maybe I'm gonna pick it up a bit more often, not just when I travel or am on holidays and such, just because I want it finished. I cast this on in 2018 for the first international travel we did then. That was to the UK. So it's been to the UK a few times now. And has seen lots of other places, but it doesn't see much progress. If you hear anything, the cats are having a fight. They're not really happy. We took them away from their great glass box that was so nice and warm and sunny all the time. My in-laws have a, is it a winter garden in English? It's like glass extension of the house, but not like ours, just a roof. No, theirs is all sides are closed. So it's really nice and warm and sunny there. Let me help Binks. Another project that went with us on vacation was my embroidery project. It was very nice because there was a big corner couch and there was a window behind it in the corner, and on the other side, not in the corner but just on the side of the couch, was a very good light. So either I would sit in the corner or I would sit near the light and I could embroider my heart out. And I managed to finish the first square. So 1/4 of the pattern is now done. And I can hop on over to the other side, which is very exciting. Oh, someone asked me how the back would look. Well, the back is a mess, but that's just how it is. I have to carry some of the thread. Like here you can see there is just 1 stitch or 2 stitches of that yellow for the beak. So I have to carry the yarn all the way around, otherwise I would have to weave in the ends and the start, and I wouldn't have enough of the embroidery floss, so I really have to carry it all the way around. So I don't mind, the back will be invisible once I have put it in a frame. And yeah, for those of you who have not seen it before, this is what I am making. This is Simply Heritage by Heritage Crafts, and I am making the misfit. So I have quite some work left to do still, but it is making progress, which is good. And then I think I already told you I put my woolly sweater, my garden gate, away because I can knit on it plain stockinette a lot and have it finished somewhere midsummer, or I can knit on something I can actually wear in midsummer. So my big sheepy project bag from Ellenwood Crafts is back in the game, and in here is my Corbis sweater. And while on vacation, I actually had the brain space to dive into it, figure out where I was, which wasn't that hard because Past Me was very, very kind. And I keep marking through the chart where I was, finishing off sections, etc. So I am very proud of myself. So here is the Corbis sweater by Natasja Hornby. It's a very interesting construction because basically you knit a triangle front and to the sides, and then you fill it up. Or no, the triangle is front and back. but also to the sides of the sleeves. Well, it is very interesting for the construction, and I hope this shows it a bit. Yeah, so I was very good in marking all the repeats I had done already, which is very nice because I could just pick it up, look at the row I was, and start. So this is the progress so far. It doesn't seem like much, but I am, I think, in the 4th section or something. I am in diamond lace chart 2. What do I get after that? Let me see if I can find it. You have the diamond charts, and I'm working diamond chart 2 now. I have to go to 472 stitches, and then I get another basket weave chart, and then I get to 672 stitches, and I'm going to fill the gaps on the sides, and it's going to be interesting. I'm not looking ahead too much because I'm like, it will panic me and I won't understand a bit. While when I have the pattern in front of me, everything is just fine. When I just knit the row, I have to knit. And when I have my knitting in front of me. So this is basket weave stitch, which is really pretty. And this is diamond chart with nips in it. So yeah, it's a very interesting knit, and you need some brain space for it, and I was happy that I had enough to actually pick it up again. The yarn I'm using is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk. I got it from Denmark, I think, just straight from Knitting for Olive. The color is dark cognac, and this is 100% Bourette silk. So this is not mulberry silk, but the silk that lets the silkworms get out first, which I think is important. Needle size 3.5mm, high sharps, my favorite. I think most projects either a 2.5 or 3.5. So, and I have quite some yarn left over. I am knitting the 3X size, and this size is a bit different than others because it is sized for hip width. And well, I have no clue if I have the right size for the top. We'll see that once it's a bit further along. Makes it exciting as well. And I'm very happy I have it back in rotation because I do want to wear that one this summer. So hopefully I can manage a lot on it. And then in this cute squirrel bag from Eldenwood Crafts from my lovely friend Angela, I picked up a sock whip. I have here my Valgus socks. This is the first one. It doesn't have a heel yet, and it isn't closed yet because this is a really fun pattern that you knit flat. For those of you that have been here for longer, I knit the first pair in Sock Madness 2 years ago, and I thought it was so much fun, and I saw someone use my No Rainbows Without Rain yarn that I really needed a pair myself. And well, the pooling is kind of spectacular, zigzagging over it, which I absolutely love. I'm very excited to see how the second one will turn out because it isn't sad that the pooling will be the same. So far, I think it looks a bit like it. So it's still zigzagging, and what you see here is the cable needle I put in for the cables. I had a start already, a little bit less than this, but I ripped it out and I started anew because I kept forgetting to add the increases on one side and the decreases on the other side. I was like, I'm gonna start all over, so I have what I need and I have the exact amount of stitches I need. I didn't want to fix with the cables, and it would look ugly with very tight stitches on one end, looser stitches on the other end. I said, no, let's just start again. It's not that much. And now I'm on track. Like I said, this is no rainbows without rain. It is my soft sock base, which is one of my absolute favorites to knit with. This one is Hello Yellow, and both have been frogged from a sweater I once knit that was too small. It was before size inclusivity was a thing, and I knitted the biggest size of the pattern, and it was just zero ease, and it didn't look that good. It was also color work on the sleeves, and it was really, really tight here. So yeah, that sweater just wasn't meant to be for me. Hopefully this will be the new project I can work on, instead of casting on some plain vanilla socks. I think this is not vanilla, but vanilla enough for me. So that's all the projects that I worked on. Most of them also went with me on vacation. So yeah, vacation also means acquisitions this time. I have bought some yarn. Let me grab stuff. I put it ready there. I want to say that I made a mistake. I bought a sweater quantity of this yarn. I got 12 skeins. First I got 10 at one store, and these skeins were like €6 each, so very cheap, and they are so terribly soft. And I was like, oh, this must be yarn from Texel, but why is it so soft? I do not believe that. When we got back to our apartment, I looked at the label, and there were different labels. One just said the name of the store, Texel and I, but the other one said Scheepjes. And I was like, okay, if it is Scheepjes, this is not Texel's. This is not the real deal. So I looked it up. Nope, this is not the real deal. This is Australian merino. I did not have the guts to complain and bring it back, because it is a very nice soft sweater quantity, but I cannot guarantee it is mulesing free. I could ask Scheepjes, but I already know they respond very badly to those emails. I do not have the best customer care experience with them. So yeah, this is just a very big mistake where you think, oh, very nice, cheap yarn. That's super. I want to buy it, a sweater quantity. And afterwards you think, not okay. So yeah, this will become a sweater one day. I do already have a pattern in mind, a very pretty one with a Henley neck and a zipper and cables, etc. So I am very excited about the project, but I will not go to those stores ever again, because they sell it like it is yarn from Texel. One store didn't really say that, but everything there was sheep wool and stuff from Texel. And the other store actually had a sign, yarn from Texel, because I went to a different yarn store, and leaving a yarn store empty-handed is always a bit difficult. So I bought 2 more skeins of this. They did not have any labels on it. Absolutely nothing. They just said 100 grams, 200 meter. And I was like, yeah, I think this is the same stuff. I am gonna buy it, but that was mostly because I also want to see if I can knit a cute little baby jacket for my cousin with it. It is soft enough for sure, and it is a bit heavier weight yarn, so a nice little baby cable coat thingy for winter might be cute. But yeah, no, not going to those yarn stores ever again. If I go to Texel, there's only one yarn store I will visit again, and that's the one where I bought this. You also notice besides Texel and I. I'm not mentioning the other one because just no. This is Vlotte Zakken, and that is by Relana Garne, and this is a 6-ply yarn. It is a circus in the color 7064, so the green circus. It feels lovely. It's a nice tight ball. I love that. These will be socks for Robert. Nice warm winter socks. And yeah, it was from De Witte Engel, which is also Meaningful Crafts. They also have a wholesale store, and it is a beautiful store. I did not make any photos because it was on the way back home. Basically, I parked the car at the supermarket parking place with everything in it, and Robert stayed with the car, and I had to do like get the empty bottles back to the places where we got them to get the money back. Like there's also always a little deposit on glass bottles and stuff, and I had to get it back, so I had to go into the tiny town, go to all the shops to get our money back, and then I saw the yarn store was open, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna hop in there because I haven't seen it and I do want to see it. And it was beautiful, but I only made a photo of the outside. I will put in all the photos later. Yeah, the lady was very, very nice. They had fiber, they had beautiful finish wool. Just a really, really nice yarn store, which I highly recommend to go to. You can also shop online with them, so yeah, perfect. And this ball of yarn is my very happy yarn I got. So I could have bought 2. There was also a red one, but I was like, no, let me just get the green one for Robert. Maybe I'll order the red one someday. Not now. I've spent enough money on yarn. And then today there was also a very nice package from my lovely friend Annika. And Annika lives where we were on vacation last year in Zeeland. And I discovered the absolute best chocolate there. This is white chocolate with pieces of caramel. And roomboter babbelaars are a very traditional candy in Zeeland, and yeah, this is like Dutch butterscotch. It is so good. I did not just get one. I asked her if she could buy me some and send me, and I paid her for that. I got 4 bars of white chocolate, 1 milk and 1 dark for Robert. The white is for me because I cannot have chocolate that is I cannot have cocoa. I can handle cocoa butter, but not cocoa powder and such. But that was not all she sent me. She added a very cute pin, a sock knitting pin, which will go on a bag once I find my good pin bags back. I have safety pin bags somewhere in my studio, so I won't lose it. And there was also this cute little mini skein. Look at it, very cute, with a stitch marker of an acorn. Really cute. Thank you so much, Annika. You really didn't have to, but it's very nice, and that will be a nice mini skein for in my blanket, I'm sure. I'm not sure if it's gonna be self-striping or if it's gonna be just variegated, but we'll see once we start knitting with it. Those were the acquisitions. I think I had done enough. And yeah, shop news. There's no shop news. I'm still officially I'm still on break until next week after Easter. Yeah, oh well, I am taking Easter off, so I'm not really working, just doing these kind of things, a bit of admin and those kind of things just have to be done. I'm not dyeing yet. I hope to start dyeing again next week because I'm itching to dye some rainbows and some rainbow fiber, and just to get ready for Tour de Fleece already. And I have the new spring box to start, but I have no clue yet on what way I'm gonna dye the yarn. I do have most of the items, so I should start planning, but it's been a very hectic 2 weeks, so I guess then it's time to tell you about the personal stuff. And for those not interested, totally fine. I will see you again next time. Bye bye. And for those sticking around, thank you very much. Like I said, it's been a hectic 2 weeks. We've been on vacation. It was kind of a last minute decision after getting the scans and the results, and we were like, okay, it's gonna be our anniversary. It's gonna be the 15th anniversary, which will be very close to Easter, so everything will be hella expensive. So let's just go a week before that. So we did. So basically decided to go on vacation a week and a half before we actually went. So that's very short for us. Usually have a little bit more planning ahead. But everything turned out fine. I drove us to Texel. We made the boat we wanted to get basically by the skin of our teeth. It was like really, really close because I was like not the last car. There was just one small car behind me when the boat closed. I was there 4 minutes before the boat would leave. So I did very well on my timing. We had a very pretty drive over the Afsluitdijk, which is basically a very big motorway, highway, in the middle of fucking nowhere because you drive between two waters, the IJsselmeer and the Waddenzee. And it's really, really pretty, and it's very, very quiet and very, very easy. So I really loved driving there. I made lots of photos, not that many videos. I'm going to make a compilation of that at the end and hope you like it. We had sunshine. On a few days, just sunshine. On other days, we also had rain and hail and lots of wind. One day we biked to the north. We were basically in the middle of Texel, and we biked up to the north, which was about 17.5 kilometers. But we didn't notice we had a wind in our back, so it was very easy to bike up. But we also had to go down those 17.5 kilometers, and that was a bit less funny. But okay, we survived. We had rain in our faces, hail in our faces, and that was with wind force 5, so it was pretty heavy and pretty painful. So yeah, but we had a bathtub, so we were soaking wet and we were able to warm up in the bathtub afterwards again, which was nice. And yeah, we did a lot. We went to Ecomaras to watch the seals. It's a sanctuary for seals and birds that get sick or anything locally to Texel. Also, we went to see the lighthouse. That was the long 17.5 kilometer bike ride. We also went to a museum. It's where they display lots of things that get found on the beach. And also in this case they had a special part, and it showed stuff that came from the palm wood wreck. And there was a beautiful dress that has been underwater for like nearly 400 years, but came out still basically perfect. It was very impressive to see all that. And yeah, we also had lunch at a restaurant where I didn't expect I could eat anything, but they were so accommodating, which was amazing. They were like, oh, but if you can do that, can you do that? No? Okay, we'll leave that away. We just put that on. Would you like a bit of that? Oh yes, that will be nice. Super nice. We went there twice for lunch because it was so good. And what else did we do? Just a nice vacation. I crafted a lot, as you saw. So it was just nice to be away for a week and not think about hospitals, etc. We did get some bad news about a different family member. But yeah, I cannot go into that too much because of, well, the world doesn't need to know everything. It's not my story to tell. But yeah, we did get more bad cancer news in the family. So that sucked, but we all decided it would be fine if we stayed on vacation because it wouldn't change a thing. And yeah, it's just the wait period to see what will be next. There's more research to do, and then they can decide what is the best plan to treat it. So there's that. It's a very stressful year, and also means that I don't know about dying or recording videos, etc. I'm not sure when I have the time or when I have to run away to help out in other places. Yeah, we're gonna end with a positive because I do have a compilation of lots of cute little lambs and sheep and seals and gorgeous underwater fish tanks and everything. I hope you will enjoy that. Also a gorgeous sunset. I do have to tell the story because it was too fun. It was raining all day and we were both exhausted from a bike ride the day before, so we didn't do much that day. And we were sitting on the couch after dinner, just about to make coffee, and we looked at each other and I said, well, the sun is out now, so that will mean sunset on our side of the beach. We were 600 meters from the beach with our little apartment, and I knew sunset was at 2 minutes before 7, and it was like 6:45. So I said, if we want to see it, we have to go now. So we looked at each other, we said, well, okay, let's go. We were there within 5 minutes, of course, because it's very short bike ride to the beach. And we were just in time because it was a beautiful sunset. I will post the photos, of course, here in the compilation. And yeah, so that was very nice. That was a real treat. And yeah, I guess with that, I am going to edit everything. Making photos into a video will be quite a chore because I have like 400 photos from the whole week. I will leave some out. And I do hope to see you again soon. Take care. Hope you have some time to make something nice and craft something nice. Have some time for yourself. And I will see you again soon. Bye bye.